the problem with these creeks, when you start fishing, you always want to see what's around the next bend. And you quickly will spend hours and hours wandering the creek, seeing what's around the next bend, because there's always a next bend. Welcome back to Trove 1. We are out here with the camper trying to find a camp spot. There's one here. We've been to several others, but it is July 3rd, so it's a holiday weekend and everybody is in the Ozarks. So having a hard time finding a spot for this ridiculous setup. But we actually have been in the Ozarks for probably a couple hours looking. We drove a long ways up one area hoping to find some of our favorite swimming holes with rope swings and stuff. Campers, side by sides, tons of people out. So none of those worked out. So we're checking out another area. We may come back to this spot, but we're gonna go on down where the creek gets bigger and see if there's anybody down there. There's several camp spots in this area. So hopefully we can find a spot and hang out in the water a little bit. We have found a camp spot here. Certainly not the best camp spot we ever found, but about the first one we've come to that's actually on the creek. And there's a little bit of a swimming hole here. It's definitely, we've been to much better, but with all the people out in the Ozarks today, this is about all we're gonna get for right now. There's just down the creek, down that way, there's a pretty good pool, so we'll go check that out here in a little bit once we get camp set up a little bit. Well, I've got camp set up here for the most part. Got the tent up, got the bathroom tent up, got the tables out. Still got a little bit of kitchen set up to do. Haven't set up the stove and stuff. It is hot and there is no wind. We are down in a valley. There is no wind movement, so it's gonna be a hot night. I don't know why we're out here doing this. But the creek is nice and cool, so we'll go chill in the creek here in a little bit. But just about got camp set up, and I am soaking wet sweat. It is a hot one. So get something to drink. Got to stay hydrated in weather like this. It is hottest summer in a long time. It's early July, and the creek levels and the temperature is like late July, August. This is what it feels like in late July and August. It's rarely this hot this early in the summer. Usually June's really nice. In the last 2 weeks of June, sweltering heat and no rain. So not the most pleasant weather, but we're out here. We're going to enjoy the water. We're going to make the most of it.
Gigantic.
It's not gigantic, but
Gigantic to me. Is this a real crawdad? Can we catch you, Daddy?
I'm going to pinch you.
No, like, put it up on land with a stick.
I'm going to go jump in the creek because I feel like I'm getting overheated. It's really hot out here. I just downed a water bottle, but setting up camp, I'm just really hot. But I got this new little fishing pole. It's collapsible to store in the camper. So I'm going to take this down there with me and see if there's any fish in this bigger pool. See what kind of lure I might have in here. Let's try this little guy. I usually have pretty good luck with little things like this in some of these pools. Lakes, little lakes, ponds. It's kind of a universal lure for me if I don't know what else to try. That's what I'll generally go with, something like that. I'm no fisherman, but I catch a fish on occasion. See, I'll just take my pole down there and take these along in case I need to get a hook out of something. That helps a lot, makes it a lot faster. Wash your hands off in the water. Oh!
No,
Daddy caught a fish!
Yeah. Trying to swim after me. I don't have to get in a
What kind of fish is that?
bass.
Little bass?
Ow!
Ouch.
I stepped on a sharp rock. Are you keeping him?
No.
Are y'all even keeping any?
No.
Why? Then why are y'all fishing?
For the fun of it.
To eat some camping?
Look at them. Look at that pretty fish.
They might want to look. Look what I found!
You're gonna fall in, bud. More.
Mom
There's
is
sleeper right
throw
there.
it out. Taylor, look what I found! Look! Mommy!
Yeah, see?
Hi, Daddy. No, whoa.
You going to the water?
No.
No, not going to the water.
Whoa! Ah! What did you find? Oh, you well, he had to touch it to
Oh, it's
get it
itsy
off.
bitsy.
Okay.
Pretty little bluegill.
It can't breathe, Daddy.
Bye bye, fishy.
Here, Mommy. See? Oh, he got enough. See, Mommy.
This one.
It's a bluegill? Maybe it's a sign.
It's got the bluegills, but it's a little bit more akin to a long ear. Looks like.
Quit touching it, Gideon.
It's so fun to touch it.
Go back.
Oh, I can touch the ground. I can stand on what? I'm standing on the wall, Mommy.
Well, there's definitely some fish out here, some bluegill, long ear, some bass. Pretty little creek. We're gonna head back up to camp. Sarah started that way with the kids. Head back that way, and we're going to have some popcorn for supper. Keeping it real simple. We brought the popcorn popper, and we're gonna make some popcorn and have some snacks with that. So Not really cooking anything fancy, just taking it easy. That's what we usually do at Sunday nights at home. Sunday nights are oftentimes our popcorn and movie night, so we're camping. Well, we're gonna do popcorn at camp. Man, this is a pretty creek though. Really pretty. Try to catch some more fish either later or in the morning. There's some bigger bass down in there. This rod is not my favorite. It's really, it's not quite stiff enough. Not as stiff as I'm used to. So I may switch to one of my others. I'm just trying this one since it's collapsible, but so far it's not my favorite. We've finished up our popcorn and the sun is pretty much gone. Laser's still eating a little bit. Kids have caught a bunch of fireflies and we're enjoying the night sounds. So, we're about to get everybody in bed, try to get some sleep, and hit it again in the morning.
There you go.
Well, good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful morning out here at the creek. Slept pretty good last night. It's a little warm, but with fans running, it's really not that bad. Trying to catch a couple fish out here this morning. They don't seem to be biting quite as well as last night, but it's still beautiful out here. Very calm and relaxing. So I'm gonna fish a little bit more and then head back to the camp and see if anybody else is up. I think Sarah was gonna get up pretty soon and start fixing some breakfast. We're doing bacon and eggs and maybe some pancakes for the kids this morning. So should be good. Just a beautiful, beautiful creek. I'm gonna work my way on down. I want to see what's down there. It's the problem with these creeks. When you start fishing, you always want to see what's around the next bend. And you quickly will spend hours and hours wandering the creek, seeing what's around the next bend, because there's always a next bend. That right there is a long ear, and in my opinion, probably the prettiest fish you'll ever see. Definitely the prettiest fish you'll see in the Ozarks. What do we have over here?
That's pink.
I'm not sure if that qualifies as pancakes. I could hear the bacon sizzling all the way down the creek.
How that blow. I don't need to, but...
We are heading up to check out the next pool up the creek. We'll go explore a little bit.
What about that?
Breakfast was delicious. Bacon and eggs and some funky pancakes the grandparents gave us for the kids. Weren't too bad though. The kids seemed to like them. What? You can get to me. You can catch up. We'll see what we can find up here. You think there's any fish in this one? No, this isn't it. You gotta keep going. Brr. Oh.
So scary. I was trying to step over.
Yeah, they're slippery.
I've got my shoes on.
They're still slippery. I think you got one, Karen. Pull it in.
Yeah, I got a fish. Yay, I finally caught my first fish. Not in the mouth. In the side. I caught my first fish. In the thigh.
Here, hold that.
Yep, another small
You got
one.
another one?
Yeah.
All right, reel it in. What is this one?
Trying to. It's bigger. And a bit harder.
Yeah, that's a bluegill. The other one's a long ear. This is a bluegill.
This is not
Okay.
hard to catch.
Look, kitty. Let it go.
Can I hold it and let it go? It's really fun catching fish. I've caught my first. Daddy, can I,
Yeah.
go, Daddy? Both.
Three.
That'll be Daddy.
If it doesn't come off. Oh, what you got?
Good job, Kitty. It's
Oh,
my first one.
it got off.
Spit off. Yeah.
Reel it in. It's a big one.
If you need help, I'll help. Get a job. Daddy might not.
Oh.
I knew it's gonna jump. Oh, I need help. Here we go. Kitty, may I try? I want to try.
Okay, that's good. Bring it over towards me.
I want to try.
Hold on. Here, Caleb.
That's a really big one. I think that's a bass.
Okay, that's good, Giddy. That's good.
That
That's
might
good.
be a
Don't
bluegill.
pull. No, you'll break the line. You'll break the line.
Oh, is that bass?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it pulled. Oh, that thing might could
Hold the pole,
spit that
Giddy.
thing out.
Yeah, let me get the hooks out of them.
Is it a bass?
Yes.
Do I keep it, Daddy?
No,
Why?
because
We're not keeping it. Not yummy to eat.
it takes a long time for these. Oh, yeah, let it go. It takes a long time for those bass out here to get very big. So we don't want to we want to be real careful with them so they can continue to grow and there'll be plenty of fish out here. That was a good one.
Catch a bass.
I think we're gonna head back towards camp. Maybe do some swimming. That, very good fishing hole right there. Karen got to catch a couple. We caught a bunch of fish out of there. Bluegill, long ear, and some bass. So very, very nice spot. Well, I am here at camp and Sarah has taken the 4 older kids down to the swimming hole down here. Keziah is in the camper asleep. One of the nice things about having the camper is a quiet space for the baby to go to sleep. Part of the reason we wanted a camper over just having a tent. But I'm going to try to clean up some of this mess. One thing about having 5 kids, 7 people out here camping, you make a big mess in a hurry. And we usually try to tag team different tasks. Sarah did all the dishes this morning while I took the kids fishing. Now she's swimming. I'm going to try to start getting some of this put up in the camper because we do have to go home today. But that's what I'm going to work on. Try to get a little bit of stuff picked up. It's a nice day, but it is hot. It's definitely warming up. So I think we're going to hang out probably till noon, eat lunch, and then we'll probably go do a little bit of driving, give the kids a nap. And it's July 4th. Happy Independence Day. So we're going to go and hopefully watch a fireworks show at the end of the day back in town. So we're just going to be out here for the day enjoying the water and the Ozarks. And I got a lot of work to do. So I'm going to start cleaning up.
Caleb caught one first, and I made him let it go.
It's a bullfrog. Yeah, but then I came up with the idea of pulling it underwater. Gideon, no.
You're nice doing it.
While carrying it. We can put I did that when I caught mine. I don't think in.
Karen tried to catch one, and its tail was just as long, but it had front and back legs and hopped out of the water and hopped off.
Yeah, and I almost caught it. I just decided to leave it. This is...
Kids found a bullfrog tadpole. We see them out here a lot in the creeks, but they're always fun to see them developing and changing stages. And then sometimes we'll see the big bullfrogs themselves, full grown. They're big. But I'm gonna go cool off. It's hot at camp. Sarah's back because I should wake up from her nap soon, but I am going in here to cool off because it's hot. It's cold. It's cold. Burr. Burr. This is really nice. It really is.
I caught one right down there. I only made it. Mom's in the wood.
Did you get away?
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
Maybe it went under.
Maybe. It's hard to see him when the dirt gets. Oh, you see it? See it? Oh, there it goes.
It stopped again. You see one?
Get it? Where'd it go? Oh, here's one.
Daddy got one! Daddy, we got two! Got two! We're together. If we catch a snake, we can put him here.
Let's not catch a snake.
Yeah, we won't try to. We see a snake, we're going back.
All the wildlife in the creek out here is really cool. There's a whole school of minnows here. There's a bass over there, the bluegill and other fish out here, the tadpoles. It's really cool when the water starts dropping in these creeks in the summer, when you can come out here and really see some neat stuff out here in the water. And it's a good time to fish because they're kind of clumped up into some of these groups. It's also horseflies and mosquitoes and things like that. So you gotta fend for yourself out here. Feet in the mud there.
I got it.
All right, don't squeeze it too tight. Hold it gently.
Dad, we caught one. Daddy, can we put the cord down in there, Dad?
It's right by that rock.
It's on.
Oh, where'd it go?
It went this way.
Have to move quick. Oh, it went back towards you. Where'd it go? He's back in. It's too muddy back there to see where they went to.
Yeah, it went back there. Follow my own to dust it. Swam away too fast. I saw it move. And I
That rock, Kitty. Let him go, okay? These horrible humans stole me out of the water.
And then they're gonna gonna go back to.
All right, we let them go. Let's go back and find some lunch. I think it's lunchtime.
Yeah. Mommy didn't cut all the trees.
Whoa.
But you're a long way back.
We're gonna go find some lunch.
Now with that lunch face, Daddy.
No, our trouble munchkins.
I ate a lot of sausage. Daddy.
You have a mark on my leg?
Before they
You dino.
Kev, do you want a cracker? Of course. Give me the bag.
So I have an idea. I actually had it for a while, but being on the creek reminded me. I want to take 2 of our canoes, build a platform on them, put a little tent on it, and go spend a day floating a creek and spend a night. We can't take all of us though, but I can take like one of the boys. What do you guys think? Would that be interesting? I kind of want to go on the lower part of like Big Piney or the Illinois Bayou, one of the creeks, float the lower part where it's still down to the lake and fish and camp on 2 canoes strapped together to make a raft. I think it's a good idea. What do you think, Karen?
Yeah.
What do you think, Laser?
But how can we set them together?
I don't know. We'll
That'd
figure
be
it
part
out.
of the adventure.
We might do that. Leave a comment if you think we should do that. Zaya wants to go. She'd eat all the fish though. Well, we've got everything packed and loaded, and we're headed out. We're gonna head back down the road in the general direction of home. We may stop off at another swimming hole or do some driving to give the kids a nap, but we are trying to get back in time for a fireworks show tonight since it's the 4th of July, and so we gotta head out. But man, it is beautiful out here. Wish we had more time. I wish we could do like we did last year and spend 4 days and cross the Ozarks again and stay on the creeks. That was a really fun adventure. If you haven't seen it, go back to our videos from last summer. We spent 4 days, went from east to west all the way across the Ozarks and camped on, oh, I don't remember. I think we camped on the Bayou, Hurricane Creek near Big Piney, and then ended up on the Mulberry. So we were on different creeks every night. It was really fun. That was a fun trip. I want to do it again. I don't know if we'll have time this summer or not, maybe, but we got everybody loaded up, so we're gonna hit the road, see what else we can get into today. We have made it home from camping. You want to check on the chicks? Y'all haven't seen the chicks in a while. They are very, very hyper. Those are the smaller ones. The bigger ones are over here, and they are sweltering, the poor things, in the heat. It's just hot right now. None of our animals are enjoying the heat, including us. But we're firing up the grill. I'm gonna grill up some steaks. Kids are gonna have some chicken in the oven because kids don't really like steak. And I gotta get some corn. You haven't seen the garden in a while either. The garden got a few weeds, but it's looking all right. We've got about half of our first run of corn harvested and put up. We've been eating a lot. It's really, really best fresh off the grill. You pick it. So what we're about to do, we're gonna pick some corn. We're gonna throw it on the grill, grill it up in the husk. The best way to eat fresh corn, fresh off the grill. Our onions are having a hard time in this heat, in the dry. I don't think we're gonna get very big onions out of them this year. Plants have looked good, but this heat and this dryness the last couple weeks are really taking their toll. Tomatoes are looking all right. We've got some areas that need some weeding really bad, but tomatoes, we got some big tomatoes in here. You can find them. Haven't harvested many yet, but there's some big ones on these plants. And we've gotten several cucumbers. Our squash plants died for some reason, so we didn't get much in the way of squash. But I'm gonna pick some corn, throw it on the grill, have some corn, some steaks. We've already dug all our potatoes. We got them inside, so we're gonna have some potatoes tonight. Roosters are all excited. 4th of July, summer heat. Can't complain. You carry the bucket, I'll pick the corn. That looks pretty good.
What about this one right here? Hidden.
Let's save that one for now. That ought to be enough, right?
I guess.
All right. Now we gotta get out of here. I am not exactly a steak snob, so this may not be the best way. This was kind of short notice. We weren't planning on being home, but Sarah threw together a dry rub for this. We usually do like a marinade and let it sit for a while, but she threw together this dry rub, so I have no idea what's in it. We'll just try it and see.
Those take longer than corn.
Probably gonna be about the same. Hot. Pretty sure I could just set these steaks out here without the heat being on and they'd cook. Corn might already be cooked. It's so hot, it's probably boiled in its husk on the plant. What do you think? Is it that hot?
I don't think it's like that hot.
It might not be. It might be a bit excessive, but it is definitely hot. Yep, I think the corn is done. Let's go ahead and pull it off.
Daddy, do you think you don't need a railway here?
Well, my steak was pretty good, a little spicy. We'll have to change up that rub next time. But the sun is gonna be going down soon. We're gonna have a decent sunset, it looks like. But that means time to head to the fireworks show. We got everybody loaded back up, a bunch of tired, weary travelers, and we're headed to a fireworks show.